We are live. We are live here at the NFL Draft. It's EROCK. It's Gail. It's our boy John Barcher from BGN.
What's up?
We're here in Philadelphia, man. Day 2. Day 1 is in the books.
Day 1 is in the books.
Now,
you got very angry last night.
I didn't get very angry. Hey, all right, hold on. Let's just set the record straight, all right? I didn't get very angry. When we were in the pit, right, everybody was watching these offensive players come off the board, and we started getting excited. And every pick, we'd put our hands down in the middle, and we'd be like, yes, this is good, rocks, because guys were falling to us that we really liked. Then when they picked Barnett, all right, it was the safe pick. It was a pick that he was probably supposed to be at, right? But I couldn't help but feel a little disappointed, like a little let down. Maybe because it wasn't the sexy pick. I don't know a lot about this guy. What can you tell?
He shouldn't have been there at 14.
Oh, okay, all right.
He should have gone 10. He should have gone 10. He shouldn't have been there. It's the beauty of all of this stuff. The dumbass Bears. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then Andy pulls a little rabbit out of his hat and he goes and Mahomes, the Browns apparently don't want a quarterback ever. It's all good things. All those guys would have went in front, at least in my opinion. There's no way we would have known that Corey Davis was going to go at 5.
Yeah.
Insane.
And that's whose bandwagon I was on.
We were all on that. We're like, oh, of course he'll be there at 14. Whoopsie daisy. And then John Ross goes, there was a run on wide receiver.
That was weird. That was weird.
Then we got the quarterback trifecta.
That's right.
With those guys going, we had players on the board.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook's still available. Like there are a lot of corners still available.
And I felt a little better after watching some of the players that we wanted slide to the back half of the first round, like Reuben Foster went late to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So you're almost thinking, all right, because I expected Reuben Foster to go to the next one, man. So you're almost thinking, all right, if the Eagles passed on him and all these other teams are passing on him, maybe there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you take a look at that Barnett pick, kind of reassess it. I mean, I'm not an expert on this stuff. It was just it seemed like the very Philadelphia thing to do to take Barnett.
Well, it's just, and see, people are going to have it in their heads that this guy's like going to be a rotational passer. I don't get that at all.
No.
He's coming in to start. Now, he might not start like the first couple of weeks to get his feet under the ground with the whole rookie thing, blah, blah, blah. But sorry, folks, Vinny Curry's not going to play much this year.
No.
Not with this guy in here. I mean, like, you go look at anything. Everybody's going to stick to that 4.88 40 or whatever he's kind of running through there. You go watch any tape on this guy cover a wide receiver for 24 yards on a broken play that he wasn't even supposed to be at. Tell me if that guy's. You tell me if that's unathletic. Like, this guy fits this scheme so well.
But you can understand my reservation, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Knowing how the Eagles have done, and I brought up Jerome McDougal. I know there's a long Jerome McDougal. Brandon Graham, I'm sure if we were to revisit that draft, he would have went a little later, okay?
Probably.
Maybe,
yeah.
If we were to revisit that and look at some of the other talent, we would have reassessed that situation.
You trying to drum up Earl Thomas woes here?
No. I'm not trying to dig up old wounds. I'm not trying to dig up old wounds. You take a look at a guy like Marcus Smith. So you can understandably, as not a college football fan, but an Eagles fan, how defensive end is like, nah. You start tasting Trevor Laws in there somewhere. You're like,
oh, yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
And that's totally, everybody has that thought. But let me tell you this. If they selected a corner, what would you be saying? The Eagles haven't drafted one well in 7 years.
Also,
you would be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, you could.
Wide receiver, I'd say the same thing. It didn't matter if they got Mike Williams. I would have said, listen, they need to nail it. They need to make sure that this is the guy because they've done so poorly in it in the past. That's all.
Yeah.
I wasn't angry. Dude, my mentions. You should have seen my fucking mentions.
Yeah, well, I saw it. I was like, wow.
I had to talk this guy off the ledge.
I know. I was just like, man, it's going to be okay. There are things here that, I mean, listen, you're going to get sick of hearing. It's like, well, he broke Reggie White's sack record and all that other stuff. I get it. That's annoying. It's like, whatever. It doesn't mean anything in the SEC. The college football game has changed. Just trust me. Go watch Cam Robinson get his lunch eaten by this guy. Every left tackle in the SEC is getting their
and that's what
asses
Gail was saying. He's like, every premier left tackle, right, was just getting eaten up by this guy. Not like Chris Harris, where he was beating up on dudes not in his, you know what I mean?
We checked the Nebraska game. He was an animal in the Nebraska game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, any of those Alabama. All that
I know.
stuff.
Hey, listen, if you're if you can check it out, BGN is doing like live podcasts this entire draft weekend. They're killing it. They had Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, Donovan.
They've got
Zach coming up today.
Zach Ertz. I mean, they got huge guests. These guys are doing it large and in charge. Make sure you check them out. Also on 94 WIP. Good friends of the show. Good friends, period. John Barcher.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, bud. All right.
Good drive, man.
We're trying to. It's hot out here.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself.
But take care, guys. But it's day 2. All right, we got rounds 2 and 3.
This is where we win.
And just to clear it up, it wasn't. You know what? we're not even going to show the reaction footage from yesterday. All right, it was kind of, we were disappointed, not in the pick. If all the players that we wanted were taken before that pick and they picked Barnett, we go, all right, golf clap. Yeah, good job, Howie. Good job, Joe. You stick it to your board. You know what you're doing. All that good stuff. But the fact that there was a lot of talent afterwards, it kind of stung a little.
I mean, the thing that was amazing for us, we were just sitting there, we were watching the board, and you see all these players start to drop, and you're thinking like, oh wow, receivers are going early, okay. Yep. Oh wow, quarterbacks are going early. That was the perfect scenario for us. So I think everybody in the city fell in love with Reuben Foster, and I think there might be more information that we don't know about Reuben Foster. You look at the Ravens, a rich history of drafting Alabama players. Ozzie Newsome loves Alabama players, so the fact that they passed on him as well, I mean, but I mocked Derek Barnett in my mock draft at number 13.
Number 13. Eagles pick 14.
He was in that range.
Yeah.
A very productive player. I don't know if he was the super athlete, but he was super productive.
Yeah.
And great hands.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but where I'm anxious to see what they do day 2, because they still got a lot of needs. You know what I mean? They've got a lot of holes. You talk about positions like corner. You talk about a guy like Tease Tabby, right? Dalvin Cook's still on the board.
Quincy Wilson.
Joe Mixon, Joe Mixon.
Kevin King's around.
Kevin King, right. Who's that really tall corner?
Kevin King.
No, out of Colorado. He's got a weird name.
Keller Witherspoon.
Yeah, so like
second
like
and
that.
third range. Also, there's an Obi Melanfonwu out of UConn in the third round, second range, like safety corner-esque.
Gail was telling me on the subway up how excited he is for today, because now you start really digging for those gems in the second and third round, and there's talent that could easily be graded up in the first round that just fell for this reason or that reason, or Tease didn't run a good 40, or this guy did that, or something. The Dalvin Cook character issues.
Right now, this is a hotbed.
You're in the sweet spot.
The second round, with 11th pick.
Yes,
second
it's
round.
11th pick in the second round.
I mean, there are players on the board.
Sidney Jones, somebody, Alfred Betts just.
I mean, if they really, I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, but if we're talking about Sidney Jones, a guy with the overall skill set you like at the quarterback position, it's tough to go in the second, maybe third, but we do need a starting corner. So,
and we were asking people, because we were here live, right?
Yeah.
After the Eagles pick, we bounced, and I still got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. We were like about 4th row from where the people were standing up, right? We looked at the pictures this morning, and we didn't realize the sea of humanity that was the first round of the NFL draft.
I mean, we were up in the front, so you didn't see the back.
Yeah, you couldn't see, and I'm short, so you couldn't see. I couldn't see anything anyway.
The sky cam, it looked like Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech back
looked like
here.
the Pope was here,
It was great. It was great.
So I mean, I think Philadelphia, even with all the booing of the commissioner, which is appropriate.
That was amazing. That was the best part.
Yeah, they did themselves well. Like they showed themselves well here in front of a national stage, in front of the NFL, as the premier football city in America. I keep going back to it because you're not going to get this. You're not going to get this in LA. You're not going to get this. I've been to New York. I covered the draft for the Eagles for 2 years. I was there doing interviews. You don't get this in New York. You don't get this in New England. Don't give me this shit about even Green Bay. If they had in Green Bay, Titletown, it wouldn't be like this. This is Philadelphia. This is unique to this city. And the NFL is doing a wonderful job of having like the NFL experience back there. We just met Greg Olsen. We just banged into Chris Maragos. He was running around the draft. Over there, all the DJs and the bands and stuff like that. You've got all sorts of experiences. The Vince Lombardi Trophy.
Zach Ertz is handing out soup or something back
Zach
there.
Ertz is handing out soup. By the way, he's blocked by Zach Ertz on Twitter. Maybe we should go over there.
Hey, Zach, I still love you, bro.
Get a warm cup of soup and be like, "Yo, bro, can you unblock me? I'm sorry for putting your face on a Tampex meme."
It was funny though.
So yeah, I mean, we're really looking forward to it. If you guys are here, definitely say hello. We got more love yesterday than we ever got, that I imagined we would. People coming up saying hello, shaking hands, just taking pictures, whatever. So if you're coming today, look for your boys. Gail and EROCK, 4th and John crew down here, and we appreciate everything. Let's go Birds. Let's see what they do.
Second round, baby.
Second round. We'll talk to you guys later.